Hey everybody, it's been quite a long time. Part of that is because it's difficult to understand how to begin to explain everything. Many of you are only here because of my run-in with the police out in California back in 2019, just before the COVID era. Some of you have a perspective of having followed all of those journeys where Bravo and I went down to Mexico and we rode the motorcycle around, and even prior to all that, when I had my own trucking company and I was operating and making some videos doing all that. I guess a brief explanation of why it's been so long since I've been here, why there's only one video on my channel, and to address, some of the people that have expressed some concern about where in the heck I went. I didn't really go anywhere. I just kind of got caught up in life. We've all been bombarded with thing after thing after thing, our own personal lives, as well as all the things that just keep coming at us in the news. I got wrapped up in doing work for a while there. You guys, anybody who has been following the channel for a while might remember when I was cleaning pools and I rented that house in Pensacola, and then went and got the welding job, and I did that for a while. And that was fun until it wasn't. Kind of worked myself to the bone on that job. And then I quit, and I was spending a lot of time on the bus. Some of you will remember I have a 40-foot bus I bought back in like 2021 or something like that. Spent a lot of time working on that, ran out of money, decided to hop back into a semi, and I drove for a year and a half-ish, and then I stopped to solely work on the bus and live off the savings that I had built up. I eventually decided to get the bus on the road, and I drove something like 300 or 400 miles to Mike and Christie's. Anybody who used to follow the channel knows I spent a lot of time there in Arkansas. Went up there and hung out for, 3 or 4 months, and decided it was time to get back in a truck and make more money so I could do more work on the bus and just kind of make some money to keep things going. I ended up getting back on the road for 7 months last year, like July 3rd, 2024 till about January 24th, 2025. I drove that entire time. During that time, I was actually dating a woman. She went on the road with me for a short while, and now I'm traveling full time on the bus. And I guess this is a good time to address what became of Bravo. I ended up having to put him down because he was growing more and more aggressive towards people. Now, Bravo has always been a bit of a a handful. He was always really easy for me. When it was just Bravo and me, it was always pretty easy to manage him. But there have been times where he's bit people, or bitten people, however you say that. Like good friends of mine. He bit my friend Mike and a couple of his kids. Nothing was ever real serious. He didn't latch on and draw blood. He might have just punctured their skin a little bit. He bit Dwayne, Mike's father-in-law. He bit Jamie Dimon. I talked to Paul, and Paul's like, oh yeah, he always kind of scared me. He never really bit Paul, but he always kind of scared him. And then when I went out on the road in July of last year, I ended up leaving him with the woman I was dating, and she had a dog. And there were major complications where Bravo would corner this woman and her dog and make them fearful. Like they couldn't move around on the bus without him being really aggressive. And then I took him out on the road with me, and then we were all out on the road. And whenever I'm around, I can manage that behavior. But anyway, it all came to a head about 3 months ago. I don't remember the date. I marked it on my calendar just for sentimental reasons, but I had to put him down because he was really getting scary, and he would attack this woman that I was dating. He would attack her dog for no reason at all, and it just became unmanageable for me, and I felt like dangerous. My godchildren were on the property, and I was always a little concerned that it only takes a moment for a dog, especially one who's showing aggressive behavior, to kind of get out of control and change. I could change somebody's life. A small child gets attacked by a dog. Anyway, Bravo's no longer with us. I miss him all the time, and I really wish he were here with me now, but I think I made the right decision. I guess, where am I now? I am in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, or in that area off in the desert. I've got the bus here. I came out from Arkansas at the end of September and went to California City to a festival called Wasteland Weekend and hung out with my buddy Paul for about 5 days. And then I volunteered for the event to pay for my ticket 3 or 4 weeks afterwards, actually. The first week was just doing the volunteer work, tearing down, helping them clean up they build this city out in the desert, and everybody you should go check out the website. It's awesome. It's this festival they do annually where a bunch of people dress up like they survived the bomb. It's a Mad Max themed festival, and they've got bands and all kinds of shenanigans. I finished my volunteer work to pay for my ticket and then went and hung out with the guy who is in charge of kind of, he builds all the cars and the themed stuff. Like they put up these walls and this gate, and he's very involved. For a long time he's been very involved in building all that stuff, and now he's actually working doing that on a full-time basis. So I hung out with him and another friend. We were there just kind of hanging out, cleaning up, and those guys are getting geared up to start doing the work after they tidied up the yard and all that kind of stuff. So I did that, and then just before Halloween broke off and from there and came back down to Lake Havasu City. And I've been here for almost 2 weeks, just enjoying the weather, taking it easy, thinking about what my next step is. I think currently my plan is just to bounce around this area, get acquainted with what it's like to be on the road full time. So here I am. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Welcome back me. I've got some different directions I'm going to take with the channel. Hopefully some of you will stick around for that. I'm going to continue to do some of these like updates and vlogs. The problem is it's not sustainable to make these like wild lifestyle videos because some of my time is just sitting around, being lazy in my chair outside, enjoying the scenery. And other times when I'm moving and shaking and exploring new things, maybe going on hikes or meeting new people, the channel can get more exciting. But I've got some ways to fill the gaps, things that I'm passionate about, things that I'd like to share with the rest of you, and maybe you'll find it interesting. So come along for the journey. Expect the name of the channel to evolve and probably new graphics and stuff like that. I'll be sure that you're all clued into it so it doesn't look like, hey, where the heck did this channel come from? And that's it. I'm back.